Here before you is the third-generation Honda CR-V, an SUV that built its reputation on two strong arguments: road handling and the modularity of the interior space. For this Japanese constructor, it was never a question of breaking away from its past. The new CR-V follows the continuity with refreshed lines and new and improved safety elements. The CR-V is doted with non-permanent all-wheel drive. There's more delivered to the rear wheels in the case of a loss of traction at the front axle, which provides more safety, but it's far from being a panacea for taking on obstacles. That isn't that important though, because this car was built for the occasional off-roader, the city dweller who wants to climb a sidewalk, which the CR-V has no problem in tackling. The exterior of the new CR-V has been vastly improved from its predecessor. It was inspired by what seems to be working in the luxury SUV market. The words of the day are shorter, wider, and smaller. To complete the panoply, there are the profiled headlights, the large 17 or 18-inch wheels, depending on the finish chosen, rounded lines on the flanks, and a massive, even aggressive opening at the front end. These fittings have lowered the aerodynamic drag by 12% compared to the more angular CR-V of the past. From the side, the car looks a bit like the Audi Q7, especially the rear windows. Also new is the rear door, which is now a hatchback, and the spare tyre is housed under the boot's floorboard. The interior resembles that of a sedan. The standard equipment is all there and luxurious for a prior generation SUV, but very standard in comparison to current models. To be quite honest, the materials used and finish could have been given a lot more consideration. One lone petrol engine is proposed, an all-new 150 brake horsepower 2-litre, which comes with a valve closing system that improves consumption. Despite its length of 4.5 meters, the CR-V can go just about anywhere with little effort, thanks to its particularly smooth power steering. Even though it isn't really in its element of predilection, this Honda is quite at home in town. There's also a camera pointed towards the rear for parking assistance, which is surprising for a vehicle that wants to be known as being robust. On the open road, the CR-V is quite convincing, comfortable, with little noise coming from an engine that's both strong and muted, and these are its best qualities. Unfortunately, things change once you reach the twisty bits. The soft suspension poses traction problems at the exit of the tighter corners, but it's even worse when accelerating. The engine is not the culprit, the problem stems from the automatic transmission. It's so slow that you get the sense you're never in the right gear, and there's nothing that can be done because there's no sequential mode, just D for drive and 2 blocking positions. A manual gearbox would be a very welcome addition. So, not the most efficient on all surfaces, too large for the city, too soft to offer a true rigorous comportment. In an attempt to be all things to all people, the new CR-V, despite its strong points, isn't totally convincing.